I have multiple blogs, DR 50 to 70, but many of the articles rank number 6 to number 10. The content is matching intent and properly covers the topic. Should the next step be outreaching for links to these articles? Well, if you're DR 50 to 70, your DR is actually quite high, which maybe you didn't try to build these links, but you're being linked to. Generally, if you have that kind of DR. But yeah, this is where people get to a lot of the time, and especially people that are just on the kind of the concept of, oh, I just make my content better and then I'm going to rank higher because Google somehow has rated my content higher or whatever. But yeah, generally, the process of getting up higher in the rankings, once Google already knows what your content is pushing links not only to the articles but also to your homepage or your site overall. So don't just start building a ton of links just to the articles. You want to be spreading out your targets because it's just not natural for well, it can happen that articles just get blasted with links if they go viral or whatever. But in general, just best practice is to build links to the articles as well as your site. And another thing to look into, of course, is your anchor text. What kind of anchor text are you using? So if you go in and you look at the links that are already pointing to those pages, and it's a ton of natural stuff like your URL or your brand name or click here or stuff like that. You don't really have any exact match anchors, then I would generally be really happy because that would probably mean that you could probably throw in an exact match anchor or a couple of variations or something and get some really good results out of that. So yeah, check out your anchors and build more links to your site as well as to the articles themselves. Anything to add, Nick?
Something worth adding, I think, is that not all content is created equal either. So if you've got a site that's pretty powerful, the R 50 to 70 would be in there if you ask me. Then the next thing you'd want to consider is how your content looks in comparison to your competitors' content, right? Because if all you've done is gotten a niche relevant post that's like 500 to 1,000 words.
He does say he properly covers the topic, but he did not mention how he checked that.
Yeah, or how much content is there, etc., right? So there's a lot of variables within content that you can kind of alter as well to get better results. A big one that we like is using Surfer SEO to optimize content based on what your competitors in the top positions of the SERPs are doing, and then actually getting data to help you write an article that is going to be favored by a Google crawler. So not all content is created equal. Just because you have a really strong site doesn't mean that you can skimp on the quality of content. And when I say quality, I mean, via what a crawler is looking for, not what the human eye is looking for necessarily.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I guess we should have covered that a little bit more in depth. I just assumed that he was checking with something like Surfer, but yeah, definitely, make sure you're covering the topic fully. It's really easy to just like see like maybe, a section or two that these other pages might have that you don't have, like covering a certain subsection of the topic. It could just be as simple as adding in another, H2 tag and another block of, 200 words or something. Could do some good work for you. I guess it's also worth mentioning your interlinking, like your links from other pages on your website.
Correct.
Backlinks are important, but basically passing the link juice around from your own website or showing Google on your website exactly what pages are with links from related articles pointing to the article you're trying to rank with nice anchor text. You can do anchor text on your internal links as well, which should also be varied, not just hammering exact matches. Can also do a lot of good work for you. So good interlinking, good content, and of course the backlinks.
Yep.
Hopefully that helps, Tom. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Be sure to check the description below for links to our blog for more info on this topic, along with a bunch of other cool stuff like case studies, our Facebook community, and our link building services. And like always, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell if you enjoyed the video. Thanks and happy ranking.